I'm thinking we're going to do spring mint and ginger. I've got some shallots and garlic, really finely minced. I'm going to put those in there. The shallots add a real savory note.
It's important to make sure it's really finely chopped because you don't want giant chunks of garlic in the salad.
Exactly, really finely minced. Easiest way to peel ginger, instead of using your knife and losing 3/4 of it, it's really easy to just take the piece of ginger that you need and you can just peel it with a spoon.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites. I love teaching that trick. It smells so fresh. You got the lemon, you got the ginger, definitely those aromas of sunshine, so it's really nice. I like where this is going.
Okay, so I'll take you through really finely mincing it. Just take some really thin slices. Let's go with probably, I would say 4 would be good. Okay, so we're going to take those 4 slices, stand them on top of each other, and then we're going to cut those into tiny little matchsticks. We call this julienne. And from there, we just straighten these up. And this is really just a French cut called a brunoise. And we finely chop those little matchsticks into tiny little dice. And we're going to use all this ginger because we want a big ginger bang here. I always jazz up my vinaigrettes with fresh herbs. In this case we have parsley, chervil, and a bit of chive.
Chervil is classic.
Classic.
Yep.
Of course we got to season it. Freshly ground black pepper, always freshly ground for sure. And little sea salt from Newfoundland here from my friend Raymond. I think with the shallot and the ginger and the garlic, the perfect marriage would be some really beautiful spring mint. And you could chop this up and keep it in the dressing, but I find it gets lost sometimes, and when you really bash it up with your knife, it can kind of, the flavor can overpower the rest of the dressing. So I really like to just pick the beautiful leaves and add that to the greens. Actually, you get these really beautiful little bursts of mint in the salad. There's some really beautiful beets out right now. So these are just beets that we've really slow roasted. And we've done these just in a bit of olive oil and some of their own juice. I've got some really beautiful cherry tomatoes here, local. So maybe we can quarter these. We'll do a couple of these on the bottom as well.
And so the idea here is what I'm seeing is kind of, you're playing with what looks good, what's fresh, what's seasonal, and that's what you should look for, not just be stuck on a recipe per se.
Yeah, the recipe is always a guide. I mean, I use spring mint, I use ginger, I use garlic and shallots. I mean, you could use whatever you wanted, whatever you find in the superstore. As long as you can nail the basic emulsion technique, you can add whatever flavors you want. So just enough to like cover the leaves here. Just get in there with your tongs, mix these around a little bit. I love fruit on salad, so we're going to take a really nice Granny Smith apple here. We'll use the same method with the ginger. Just cut some really nice thin slices with a sharp knife. You can't get them as fine as me, that's okay. You will eventually. You bring this to your table, all your guests will say, "How did you get those apples so tiny?" And that is just a wonderful celebration of spring right here.
Beautiful.
Beautiful organic salad with spring mint and ginger vinaigrette.